family tonight. People have blown my phone up, have called me, have texted me, have messaged me on social media with a recent article through Hope Alliance of Asheboro. And I'm not just pointing out Hope Alliance, okay, guys? It's just this in our community, which I try to serve. I'm not against Miss Link and her efforts, none of that, okay? But I just want to come at y'all with realistic. Under Chapter 90, 113, I think it's 22 or 27.2227, it allows nonprofit and governmental agencies to hand out needles to addicts with limited immunity. Limited immunity is what we need to really key on here. Now tell me something. Now, I'm not for a drug dealer and what they do, and I'm not for anybody who enables. Tonight, as I sit here with my friends and family, and I'm humble enough to say, hey, my kids are old enough not to know or do anything wrong at this point in life. There's many of you fathers and mothers, grandmothers, grandparents who sit wondering where their daughter, their granddaughter, their son, their grandson is at tonight. And I totally understand that. I had an aunt that was an addict. I saw addiction in my family firsthand. I saw it, okay? I don't need to preach this every day to know that I understand addiction. But as I come at y'all, and I'm going to run for sheriff in the future again, whether people love me or hate me, and I'm going to have these same ideologies. As I sit here tonight with my friends and family, and these people contact me, these mothers, these fathers, these insiders with these nonprofits who actually see the light, they prey on the emotions and hearts of family members who have lost loved ones, who feel failure, who feel they could have done something better, when in actuality, there's nothing else they could have done. They raised their children right. They done what they're supposed to. They gave them principles of the world, but the world consumed them, and their loved ones made bad choices, not a disease, in my opinion. I've said it once, I'll say it again. Addiction is participatory disease. I'm a big guy. If I go to the doctor and he says, Eric, you got a sugar problem, I got two choices. I can either keep eating honey buns and drink Dr. Pepper, or I can make a choice not to do that, eat better, exercise, and not be a diabetic. Same thing with addiction. You have a choice to start and a choice to stop. But as I sit here and I see these people call me and crying on the phone and texting me about this article that was just put out, how these people give out 6,000 needles, 6,000, that's 6,000 needles to help someone die. That's 6,000 needles to help someone who went to a dope dealer's home come to them to shoot up their dope and then preach, well, we're saving the community. Excuse my French, but you're not saving shit. Okay? So when we talk about these addicts, and I understand by law they can do what they can do, and they can do it, and they can hand out needles and all this crap, whatever they want to call it. You want to kill the drug dealer. So I got an addict who comes, knocks on a drug dealer's door, knock on the door, hey, I want to buy my heroin, a bindle, a gram, whatever. Well, then they jump in the car, they drive to North Asheboro on Fayetteville Street to Hope Alliance or wherever another nonprofit may be. They get them a clean needle, they inject it after getting a clean needle in the parking lot or wherever they're at. Then they get on the road, and me and you, hardworking American citizens of Randolph County, then are faced with this addict who just bought dope, got him a nice clean needle, now get on the road traveling with me and you. Do y'all not see an issue here? And why our government allows this is because it's a big money deal, okay? From the addiction from the dope dealer to the addict to those trying to talk about recovery, is big, big money. I don't care what you say or how you say it. The numbers I read in this article, I see 6,000, 4,000, 3,000 needles. That is no more than to help someone die. It's no more than helping somebody overdose. It's okay, save disease. Listen, the reason Eric Hicks don't have a disease is because I make good choices not to do things you're not supposed to. So those who end up getting diseases is more likely doing things they shouldn't do. You can't spread disease if you make good choices and don't have sex and other things to create you from getting disease, okay? So, again, I feel the parents, I feel the grandparents. A lot of them run off emotions instead of logically thinking. Okay, I can go down there and get my son or daughter more heroin or needles to shoot up heroin. This is not going to end an epidemic. I don't care if the law allows or not. The law allows abortions. I don't agree with abortions. Just because law allows it doesn't mean it's right or ethical. So when I come at these groups and I preach this about financial issues, okay, I remember Miss Link telling me how hard her life was, and then 3 years later, she's got her nice new home. I'm not saying she took from the agency, but show us your financial records. They are public. You're an organization. Show us your records. If you don't want to show them, we'll file complaints to show you, get them shown. This is not just with her, it's with other people. I get attacked all the time from these nonprofit organizations. The same people who do dope or support dope create nonprofits and then come at Eric Hicks because Eric Hicks says, I don't support you. Listen, you got to catch a fish before you can clean it. I got a sheriff. Now here's the deal. We got Greg Seabolt who praises these groups, right? You all heard it in debates when I ran against him for sheriff. I got a dope dealer who sells dope. I got a nonprofit who gives them a needle to shoot up the dope. I got a sheriff who supports a nonprofit which gives them needles. And then his deputy, our loved ones right here working, that we pray for every day to risk their lives. Stop little Johnny and Susie or whoever for dope, and then what they charge them with. Y'all see it on his bullshit press releases. Well, we charge them with drug paraphernalia. Well, then just 2 weeks ago, you praised them about giving out drug paraphernalia. Now you're charging them with the paraphernalia. This makes no sense to me. If it makes sense to you, maybe I'm thinking the wrong way. However, it's Saturday night. I hope everybody's having a good time with your friends or family, getting ready for church in the morning. Y'all really think about this. I mean, you do not and will never stop an epidemic or an issue feeding an issue. You can't give out needles expecting heroin addicts to quit doing heroin. And if you notice an article, there is nothing, zero, zilch, zero, about how many people have actually been recovered. Who recovered from their addict. And listen, you don't like this statement, but it's true. Once an addict, always an addict. They make a choice every day not to revert back to where they were at. I want everybody to do what's right. And something else, I'll hit this real quick. Hell, I'm stepping on toes, let's step on all of them. I'm tired of adult human beings wanting praise for doing what's right. You're not supposed to be an addict, guys. Quit asking for praise from the community because you're no longer an addict. You're not supposed to be one. You don't get a cookie for doing what's right. You're supposed to do what's right. Y'all have a good night. Eric Hicks. See y'all.